Now that most young people usually say that money is necessary to achieve your dreams, how exactly did you make, you just said you are using your little resources to help the community, but most young people lack the little resources. So I just wanted, I would request that you just clarify, but you are such an inspiration. God bless you.
I want to say one thing. There's a quote I love so much, which says, think big, start small, start now. Now, the challenge we have with so many young people is not the thinking big part. It's the starting small and starting now. And as Dr. has said, if you can just get the idea and start from there, it's very easy to continue. So you don't have to have so many resources. Just ask yourself, with what you have, what can you do? Then you have to be very determined and very hardworking. Because as a youth, one of the strongest things you have is the youthness and the strength. There are things I used to do when I was at the University of Nairobi which I don't think I can do now because of the strength the strength and youthfulness back then. Because I remember I was taking my units. I used to be a columnist for the Nairobi Stock Exchange publication, The Exchange. I used to be the editor of the Student Accountant at the University of Nairobi. I used to be the ICT supervisor at the computer lab, and I was still pursuing my studies. And I used to be an editor of a publication in Mombasa called Unique Homes Magazine. And out of that, the gains I used to do, and I used to do a diploma course in Britain, the Writers' Bureau College in Britain. I was doing my diploma, then doing my degree at the University of Nairobi. So if you can be hardworking, and the little resources you get from there, start small and start now, there's a lot you can do as young people. The problem is, so many young people think big, but the issue of starting small and starting now is a big challenge. The first book donation I did was when I was teaching at the Kabete Rehabilitation Home. And we mobilized students to go and support those needy kids because they are underage prisoners and they don't have teachers from the government. So the manager of the home requested that we go and teach them. So when I saw how much a difference a good book would do on a child, I donated 4 revision books. And when I saw a prisoner scoring 314 marks in a KCPE, I discovered really a good book can make the whole difference. And the 4 books cost slightly less than 2,000 Kenya shillings. But they changed my life forever. Because when I discovered what a good book would do, after university I went and bought 60 copies of revision books for 2 schools. And when I realized the improvement, I decided to strain my finances. Because when I was working part-time at the University of Nairobi, much of what I used to get, I used to put into a circle called the Meru Farmers Circle. Currently it's called the Capital Circle. And I was shocked when I cleared university at how much my savings had grown. And you'll be surprised to know that I started with very few coins. Just the discipline of savings. When I get a payment, the little I can save, such that even when I cleared university and said, I'm dropping the job offers from all these the big companies and going back to the village to work, I knew at least I had a fallback position out of my savings of time there. But I started with very few contributions. But over a spread of time, over a spread of 4 years, you discover you saved a lot. So, youths, please, let's learn the discipline of thinking big, that's correct. Start small and start now.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa. And your parting shot. A better hand for Mheshimiwa. Yes, you get his parting shot.